Our Conquering Cancer story this morning shows the bond that can happen when a medical provider's patient is also a doctor themselves. See how a respected rural family physician put his trust in the specialists at UAMS, hoping to save his voice and his life. For 44 years, Dr. Malin Maris cared for generations of families in rural Harrison, Arkansas, delivering babies, surgeries, full-spectrum family medicine. But at age 84, this veteran physician, who'd administered care in the trenches of Vietnam in the 70s, suddenly found himself on the other side of the exam room.
I had a really severe case of COVID, and I developed a horrible cough and hoarseness. I went and I saw a physician and got a scope. She did not see any cancer at that time, so we assumed it was what was called post-COVID dysphonia.
But in the spring of 2024, Dr. Maris was becoming short of breath and needed answers. By then, he was under the care of the UAMS Winthrop P. Rockefeller Cancer Institute, where a series of scans revealed what was really going on.
Found that the cancer had spread to a lymph node behind my collarbone. And so that changed me from stage 1 to stage 3 because it was on both sides of the vocal cords and went deep into the tissues between where they join.
Medical oncologist Dr. Omar Atiq gave his fellow physician and patient two stark options: surgery to remove his voice box or radiation and chemotherapy with only a chance to save it.
It is generally called head and neck cancer. The specific diagnosis was squamous cell carcinoma of the larynx. After it was decided that he would go with radiation, since we had proton therapy, that is a newer modality of radiation. It's more accurate and it's more pinpoint, if you will, to the cancer. And that's what he thought was the best option, and certainly we agreed with that.
The treatment was grueling. 35 proton radiation sessions and 3 week-long rounds of chemotherapy to root out the cancer cells.
You know, what you have to realize is cancer therapy is designed to kill the cancer and just barely stop short of killing you, because you've got to hit it hard enough to kill all the cancer cells.
Today, Dr. Atiq says Maris is cured, though he'll remain at higher risk for recurrence and will be followed closely. And this longtime family doctor from a small Arkansas town can't help but offer one last piece of advice.
I think everybody knows basically what's normal them. If you have something that occurs that's not normal you, I would encourage people to go and say to their doctor, I have this pain and I'm concerned about it. This triggers at least a workup instead of just reassurance and a prescription.